Alien versus Predator. Let's hope the soap is better than the movie. Alright, so Dr. Squatch has released 5 new bars over the last couple weeks. Mountain Meadow, Predator Purge, Alien Awakening, Flannel Forest, and Spiked Cider. And there are potentially another 3 on the way, including a couple new Harry Potter bars. Hopefully they'll be better than the previous Harry Potter bars. But today, it's all about the Alien versus Predator bars. Which one will come out victorious in this epic showdown of scents? Let's find out. So I'm going to open these up and give you my very first impression. I'll give them the sniff test and let you know how they smell out of the box. Then I'll pause the video, and over the next couple of days, I'll test them out and then come back and let you know how they performed in the shower. Alright, let's get them open. Alright, let's go ahead and see what we got here. There we go. Here's the Predator bar and the Alien bar. Predator versus Alien. But real quick, before I get to those, let's see what else we have in here. Mountain Meadow. I have not sniffed this one yet, and I'm going to wait to sniff it for the very first time until I do my review. So I'm going to put this back and save the first sniff for when I review it. Alright, Predator, Alien, let's give them the first sniff, and I'll let you know my very first impression. First, we will try out the Predator bar. The first thing I notice is that there is an undernote of smokiness. A little bit like Kong Crush, but it's not as sweet or as warm as Kong Crush. Okay, I'm processing this, and I will give you more detail a little later. Now, let's give the first sniff to the Alien bar. My first impression is that I'm detecting a note of lime. All right, it's interesting. Let me pop it open. Okay, I like the way it looks. Yeah, it looks good. Yeah, there's a slight smokiness to this one as well. It smells a little familiar, but I don't think it's a recycled scent, so that's good. Yeah, this one's a bit complex, so this one will take me a little time to process as well. All right, we'll go ahead and put this one up, and now we'll take a look and see what the Predator bar looks like. Uh-oh, no. Oh, no. This looks just like Raptor Rush. Let's hope it doesn't smell like Raptor Rush. No, it's different than Raptor Rush. Okay. Raptor Rush just smells very cheap, artificial, really strong, synthetic. And this one is much more natural smelling. The more I'm smelling this, the less I'm liking it. Oof, that's a little strong. It's not as loud as Raptor Rush, but it's got a little strength to it. Oh, yeah, I'm really not digging this one too much so far. Oof. Oof. Yeah, this smells like the ground or something. This one's, I'm starting to think this one's pretty gross. Of course, I'll know more once I use it in the shower. But I think I'm going to use the Alien bar in the shower first, because so far, my first impression is that I like this one better. Of course, if you watched any of my reviews, you know how quickly that can change. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and pause the video and test these out in the shower, and I'll be back in a couple days and let you know what I think. Okay, so next morning, and I used the Alien Awakening bar last night, and as you can see, well, sorry, my camera's kind of blurry, but it's advertised as a medium grit bar. But I barely felt any grit. I did feel a tad, but not much. This felt much more like a light grit bar than a medium grit bar to me. So if the grit factor is important to you, I just wanted to point that out. Other than that, it felt really good on the skin, and the lime scent really opened up in the shower along with the smoky charcoal scent. These bars are green and black, and the green portion really smells like lime, and the black portion smells like charcoal. The scent is kind of like Wisdom Wash combined with Stone IPA. But this bar just doesn't work as well as those two are two of my favorites in the entire Dr. Squatch catalog. But this bar is pretty good in its own right. One thing it does have in its favor is that it does have a nice natural scent and doesn't smell cheap and synthetic, so that's a big plus. Overall, I would say this bar is good, not great, but I definitely recommend that you try it for yourself. And here are the ingredients. Okay, and next up, I will be using the Predator bar, and I've got a really bad feeling about this one, but maybe I'll be pleasantly surprised after using it in the shower. Be right back. Alright, it's the next morning, and I used the Predator bar yesterday, and I'm so disappointed by this bar because it has so much potential to be an awesome brick, but it comes up short. There are pros and cons. First, I'll get to the positives. The very first thing I noticed in the shower is it has a great lather. It feels really good on the skin. And the lather is even better on this bar than the Alien bar. Next, this bar is very well made. It's high quality. It doesn't smell cheap or synthetic. It has a natural scent. So of course I appreciate that aspect. And here are the ingredients. As far as the grit, it's advertised as a medium grit bar, but just like the Alien bar, I didn't feel much grit. As a matter of fact, I think I felt less grit on this bar than I did on the Alien bar. So the Predator bar lathers better, but the Alien bar feels grittier. Alien feels like a light grit bar, whereas this Predator bar nearly feels like a zero grit bar to me. But the con, and the biggest negative that I just can't get over, is the smell. I want to love this bar. I keep sniffing it, hoping it will get better. But it doesn't get better. It continues to reek every time I smell it. It has this really odd scent. It smells like smoke and dirt, like smoky dirt. And then it has this really subtle scent of some kind of fruit, maybe like a cranberry or something, or possibly a hint of cherry or something. It's hard to describe. The scent profile says it smells like rich vanilla, but I don't detect any kind of vanilla scent. Definitely not a rich vanilla scent. Maybe a poor vanilla, but not a rich one. Here, I'll show you what the bar looks like up close. The positive about the bar is the quality. It's well made. I just hate the scent. And the Alien bar is good quality as well. And of course, I would say the Alien bar smells a lot better. So who wins the Alien versus Predator battle? Well, they're both well made, so props to Dr. Squatch for that. But overall, as much as it pains me to say this since I'm a huge fan of the original Predator movie, the Alien bar wins because the scent is so much better. Although I'm not really crazy about the Alien scent either. Alright, so that's it for this review, but I'm just about to start my review for Mountain Meadow. Link will be on the outro when it's up. Also, check out my Dr. Squatch Best 5 Bars of 2025 video. Link on the outro for that one as well, along with my upcoming Mountain Meadow. Hope to see you guys over there. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Consider subscribing. Thanks for watching, and God bless.